Good morning and welcome to Pree Designs. Today I'm going to show you a technique which I created. I've called it stained glass and it was inspired by Sarah Douglas. I got the idea after seeing Sarah add re-inker to the fine tip glue pen and then use the glue as the medium to go onto the cardstock. However, I've changed it quite significantly, but I have used the glue, and seeing her idea gave me this idea. So far, I've done the card base. I've simply stamped a whole series of images from our Timeless Textured stamp set. And I've stamped them in the subtle colours of Pool Party, So Saffron, Marina Mist, Blushing Bride, and Pear Pizzazz. And then I've simply mounted the card front onto a piece of Pool Party and then dimensioned that onto a card base of Blushing Bride. So now I'm going to show you how I created the stained glass effect. I simply got a piece of our window sheet, the Stampin' Up! Window sheet, and I'm using the Dragonfly Dream stamp set, and I'm using this image here. I've got that all set on my block, and I'm going to ink it up with Stays On ink. There's your Stays On black. And you just want to make sure that you ink up your stamp really, really well. And as you can see, this stamp is very well loved. This is my favourite stamp out of the set because I use it lots and lots. Then I'm simply going to stamp that Stays On image onto my window sheet. Sometimes when you pull the window sheet off the stamp, it does actually pull some of the ink off. So what I do is I flip my stamp over, then I'm just going to press with my fingers the window sheet onto the stamped image, just to try and make sure I get a really nice strong black image. Then I'm going to carefully start to lift it. Yep, that's a great image. You'll need to clean your stamp straight away with the Stays On cleaner to get some of that black ink off. But that's a really good image. So then you're going to take your window sheet away and run it through your Big Shot using your detailed Dragonfly Thinlet Skies. Okay, that's all your dies that you get in the set, but of course this is the one that I've used. So here's one I've prepared earlier. And you want to work on the image that you've actually stamped. You can feel the Stays On one side, and then it's very, very smooth on the other side. So we actually want to work on the Stays On image side. And we're going to work with two colours of our Stampin' Right markers. So we're going to work with Marina Mist and also Calypso Coral. And using the thick end of the marker pen, you're simply going to then colour in the dragonfly wings. You want to get a really nice saturation of colour. To the other side. And just fill in all of the wing, leaving some space for the other colour. And then here I'm bringing in the Calypso Coral, just to fill in all of those blank spaces. Now you may notice if you take too long colouring in the image, some of the marker pen will sort of ball up and move because you are colouring it on a shiny surface and on a smooth surface. You'll just need to go back over those areas with your marker pen again. I think that also depends on the temperature. It's not balling up today, but when I did a class on this technique, a few weeks ago here in Perth. In Western Australia it was quite hot, and some of the colours did actually move, so the girls had to add some more colour on. So I'm pretty happy with that colour there. Right, so I've coloured in my dragonfly. Now I need to work on my silicone mat. And I'm bringing in the fine tip glue, and here's where you don't have to put any re-ink into the glue. So your glue you can use straight out of the bottle, and you're going to keep the bottle for another day. I'm just going to turn my dragonfly around so it's easy to work on. So now what I need to do is very carefully, I've got a blob up, that's it. Very carefully just go around the edge of the dragonfly wings. I'm not actually dragging the glue pen tip across the the window sheet. I'm just lifting it just above it and just sort of dropping the glue on the window sheet on the dragonfly. And then now what I'm doing is just filling in that whole area with glue. So you want to make sure the whole wing is covered in glue. All right, and then for the other side, oops, and you don't want to have any air bubbles in it. Again, you can see I'm just squeezing that glue out so that it easily comes out and covers my wing. So when you get your bottle of glue, don't shake it up, because that will put air bubbles in it. If you do get air bubbles, just, oops, I'm sticking to the silicone mat, just try to knock them out with the end of the glue tip, or just take them over to the side. A little piece of paper will also get those little bubbles out. Make sure you put your lid on your glue straight away so that it doesn't dry out. And that is the technique. That's my stained glass technique. So I need to put that aside to dry for 12 to 24 hours. And then here is one I've prepared earlier. So that's showing you the side where the glue is, and then that's the other side. And you can see that the glue has actually sealed in. When it's dry, it's completely sealed in that colour. Another idea, if you don't want to use your marker pens, you can use our Stampin' Up! Glitter. Any colour. So here I just put the glue onto the bee wings, and then I sprinkled on top of the glue our Stampin' Glitter, and that makes a cute glittery creature as well. All right, now to finish off the card. So bringing back, oops, the bee just flew back in. Bringing back my card front, I need to attach my dragonfly to the card. So I'm just going to pick up a paper piercer to pick up a Stampin' Up! Glue dot. And you need to adhere the glue side down to the card front. So I'm just popping a glue dot onto the dragonfly body, and this is the glue side. If you don't, and you put your card in a plastic sleeve, it may actually pull the glue off the dragonfly wings. So just pushing that onto the card front, and that is my card finished. I like to finish off my cards with a stamped envelope and also a stamped insert. So that is my stained glass effect. I hope you have fun with this effect. It's just really, really good. Easy to do. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience to let it dry. Have fun with it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for my next video.